Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Knox Black, chilling with the top back, and I'd like to welcome you back to another episode of Black's Magic Arena. Now, for those of you who have been with us for the first couple of weeks, you already know that our format is called the Black Magic Gauntlet. But for those that are new around here, let me take a little time to explain what we do. So, every week we'll be taking 5 decks and placing them in the gauntlet. Monday through Friday, we'll play these decks out. Every deck will get its own day, and they'll all play the same number of games. At the end of the week, we have a spreadsheet, and we also have a scoring system that we'll use to tally these decks up and see just how well they were able to perform. The top performing deck of the week will be labeled our King of the Week, which is important because this is the deck that will be going on to the Twitch streams on Sunday, and we'll be seeing how far we can get up the ladder with that deck. Now, this is done for a couple of reasons, but the most important one is we want to see if our king is really a king or if they just happen to catch a hot streak for the week, right? And this is going to help inform some of our decisions about deck building going forward. But outside of that, I'd love to get into the deck that we have today because it is a familiar list that you guys actually seem to like. So today, once again, we are playing Boros Tokens, but this Boros Tokens is a little bit different than the one we've been playing because it did not win King of the Week last week, so therefore we were able to make some changes to it. So let's go ahead and take a look at the changes we did go into. The first one is the Shard Mage's Rescue. One thing that I noticed about this deck is that we really want the Anim Call to stick. We really want to be able to use its ability to generate a lot of different tokens. And we want to be able to make it as effective a card as possible. So we need a way to protect it. The Shard Mage's Rescue does just that. For 1 white mana, we can flash this thing in at instant speed. And as long as this aura entered on this turn, on the turn you play it, obviously, the enchanted creature has hexproof and it gets a +1/+1 permanently. The hexproof is temporary, the +1/+1 is permanent until the card is removed. This is going to help us to get over some of those removal spells, some fight spells if we're playing against green, and just all in all keep our most important creatures alive. Another important change that we made is we added 3 copies of the Voice of Victory. This is a card that I was absolutely itching to get into this deck and see what it could do with things like the War Leader's Call, because it has the effect Mobilize 2. Now what this does is every time this creature attacks, you create 2, hence the Mobilize 2, you create 2 tapped and attacking 1/1 red warrior creature tokens, right? You sacrifice them at the beginning of the next end step, which really isn't a problem. The main reason we want this, outside of the fact that it just pushes the extra damage with the extra creatures, is because those creatures are going to proc the War Leader's Call, which, as we know, is the main build around for this deck. So I was really interested to see if Voice of Victory would make the deck better or if it was better off the way that it was. Another change that we made was we went from 3 copies of the Cosmic Grand Zenith down to just 2. I really started to see this card as more of a finisher instead of the main focus, the main engine of the deck. This card, I wanted to feel like when we get this on the battlefield, we're already in a position where the game is basically over, but this just solidifies it. It doesn't give the opponent any more opportunities to come back in the game, because by the time we get to late game, we should have plenty of mana to double spell with this and create those extra white creature tokens, but also it can come down and boost up our entire board if that's what it calls for. It can give every creature on the board a +1/+1. So we're going to be trying to use this a little bit differently than how we were using it previously. Outside of that, the deck is really all the same. We did actually add a couple of new lands, so I'll talk about that. We just added a couple of copies of Fountain Port because this is a tokens deck and this land can work very well, especially with the Exalted Sunborn on the field. This can create us a lot of extra pressure, a lot of extra pings for the War Leader's Call, but it also allows us to draw cards with our tokens if we need to. And of course, you guys know how I'm all about drawing cards, so I'm thinking that this is actually going to be a very important card for the build. Everything else is pretty much as it was. We still got 4 carrot cakes, 4 clay fire bricks. These are some of our tokens generators. Carrot cake is an early token generator. Clayfire is a late tokens generator. We still got 4 copies of Get Lost. Still got the Caretaker's Talent, because if you're playing tokens, you might as well draw some cards for it, right? And also it allows us to copy tokens, and also just makes our tokens bigger to go ahead and finish off games. But outside of that, if you guys have any ideas of cards or decks that you would love to see me play, go ahead and let me know in the comment section down below. I'll be down there keeping contact with you guys. But outside of that, let's go ahead and get into these games and see if Boros Tokens can reclaim its position as King of the Week. I'll see you guys there. All right, so we are ending this week where it all started, with the infamous Boros Tokens list. Can this deck reclaim its position atop the leaderboards? And looking at this hand, not with this one. Not with this one. Just removal and no creature, no token generation until at least turn 4. We're gonna mulligan that. This one I like a lot better. This one I do like a lot better, and we're gonna put back the Shard Mage's Rescue because we don't have anything that we really want to protect with it right now anyway, right? So I'm thinking that, well, that just changed my thinking. I was thinking we were gonna play the Clayfire Bricks to get a 3rd land, but because we got it, you know, I may still do it. I may still play the Clayfire Bricks because I want to get the Caretaker's Talent down before we play the Carrot Cake, just to see if we can generate a little bit of value and actually draw some cards off of it. But what's our opponent on? The mana, they just manifest Dread. They just go ahead and they just manifest Dread. Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and just Caretaker's Talent. So how about that? How about that? Lush Portico. Are you gonna? I was literally about to ask, are you gonna manifest Dread again? And they did. They said yes. Yes, I am gonna manifest Dread again. There's an Anim, but I would rather play that when I have something that can already attack. So let's go ahead and play this out, because if they get rid of it, we'll be able to get another. And there's the Voice of Victory. Love it. Love it. Let's go ahead and actually play that out now. And if they attack with both of these, I'm just gonna let it happen because we got split up. Summon the Fenrir. Okay. This is actually even better because now I can just, if we get a, oh, well, okay. Or, I mean, I could have done that from the jump, but I think I like this plan. I like this plan. Destroy the Fenrir. We have the blocker and the life gain from the Carrot Cake, and we're just gonna go ahead and attack. Get this mobilized going. We're gonna draw some cards. Oh, the Voice of Victory is already putting in dirty work. Dirty work. Oh, this thing is filthy in this deck. Yeah, seems like it was a good include. I'm gonna go ahead and say no. You can protect it if you want. You want to airbend it? Airbend it. Another Fenrir. Once again, I'm gonna kill your Fenrir. Oh, that untapped land is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. We can get rid of the Fenrir, play the Anim. And now we just get so much value. So much value. A War Leader's Call, and this would just be, oh, I would just be in heaven right now, wouldn't I? Are you wiping the board? Are you wiping the board? Please don't wipe the board. Please don't wipe the board. Please don't wipe the board. They're gonna do a lot of manifesting dread. Sure. But they all If I'm gonna split up, then I might as well attack, right? They're gonna kill some things, all of the, yeah, but we can't let them untap with this board. I don't think we can afford to let them untap with this board. So, we go. Okay. Still get a couple of taps in. And now we're gonna kill all untapped creatures. Kill them all. Just kill them all. Okay, so now we got 3 creatures on the board. Got another one here. If I can get this other caretakers down, we got two card draws coming our way. Oh my God, of course. Absolute course they have another one, because why wouldn't they have another one? Get rid of that. Why would they not have another one? Another Anim is interesting. Another Anim is very interesting, actually. Another Anim is extremely interesting, actually. So wait a minute, let me see. I play this, I play the Anim. I attack. They would need something else to be able to finish me though. And the Anim would be a blocker. The Anim would be a blocker. So you know what? Let's go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and do this. We gotta be aggressive here. We might as well also do this, right? Get us another card. Okay. They block 3 of them. They take 3, but we still have the blockers to keep them from killing us next turn. Okay. And if they, I mean, they can wipe the board. They kill their stuff too, though. Okay, that's fine. I have 2 more where those came from. He destroyed that angrily, didn't he? Me, I'm sick of this card. Sick of it. What do you got? Do you have enough to stop this inevitability? Do you have enough? I'm not sure. This, oh wait, no. This smacks of they're wiping the board. Yeah, this smacks of they're wiping the board, right? You can do nothing with that. Board wipe? I'm actually prepared for a board wipe, to be honest. That did nothing. That also did nothing. All right. Game 1 is in the books. Deuces. Hey, look. Let me find out this deck is even more powerful than it used to be, because this one right here was kind of crazy, you know? Kind of crazy. Literally, I couldn't even ask for a better start. The new cards that I put in the deck are performing, and we're on a roll, man. Right now, we're up against Trash Queen. That's Trash Queen. We are on the draw. I don't like the fact that we don't have a 3rd land. But this hand is deadly if we get one. This hand is so deadly if we start drawing lands. I might regret this, but we'll see. I might regret this, but we shall see. Hey, why is their Appa so much bigger than my Appa? When do we get Grand Appas? Okay. Yeah, let me just play this one. It's over there. Opponent's coming out kind of slow. Hold on. This makes me feel like some Kona shenanigans are coming. Authority. No, I gotta save it. I gotta save it. As much as I want to play something right now, I gotta save it, because if they play a Kona, I have to kill it. They're not playing a Kona. Okay. Okay. Is Kona in the deck? What if they get back? They got back nothing. Okay. Another Dredgers. Yeah, I think I want the damage. So I'm pretty comfortable that this is not an Omniscience deck. Maybe that's wrong. Maybe it's right. But it is a unit deck. And I probably should have... Yikes. Yikers Island on this flow. So actually I can get rid of everything, right? Because I can just destroy all the untapped creatures, right? And then Yuna doesn't have any protection right now, so I can kill that too. Yep, didn't love that, but that's what it had to be. Okay. Okay. Cosmo Grand Zenith. Into carrot cake. Do I smell cake? And we can put that on the bottom. What are we going with, Trash Queen? What do we got? So they'll be able to play that again and make it a creature. Okay. Was that an untapped land I put on the bottom? It was. That might have been a mistake. That might have been a mistake. Oh, but we got it anyway, so because the game loves us. Actually, yeah, let's do this first because we need to draw some cards. Let's start pinging. Just keep pinging, pinging, pinging. Okay. And now, now we go for broke. Wonderful. I can see a board wipe coming here. That would suck. Or summon Bahamut. Or the Bahamut. Okay, get rid of the carrot cake. What is Bahamut's second? It can destroy that, and then it does that. To the total mana value. Okay. Might want to chill though. Oh, no chill from you, huh? I said F my chill. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna destroy your Bahamut. Yep, we're gonna play that with Warp. Mm-hmm. Killing that Bahamut. Oh, I probably should have just powered up the whole board the whole time. I probably should have just powered up the whole board. Could that be game anyway? It is. Let's get it. All right. Yeah, I probably should have just powered up the board both times anyway, because they had the authority on the field, basically canceling out the pings, but we were still able to get it done anyway. Hey, this deck might just be even more powerful than it was before, which I gotta be honest is scary for the rest of the gauntlet, but hey, next game. Boros Tokens is here to stake its claim, man. It's here to stake its claim, you know? This deck right here, and this is like something I built completely from scratch, right? I didn't have any help with this deck list, right? Like, so I'm very proud of this one. This one, yeah, we got a way to get our third land. We go first. I take these. Get that red, enters tapped. We get this get the clay fire bricks going. Bricks. Interesting. So I think I try to get the caretakers down first. See if we run into a counter spell. As expected. Looks like we're going up against a little control. A little bit of control. No more lies is what? If we can't pay 3? Let's try to play the voice. It went through. Okay. It also doesn't look like they have any single target removal, or at least they didn't. Did they draw one? They did not. I can also destroy that spelunking. Like, well. You know, now I'm starting to think maybe I shouldn't have done that. But it's fine. We got War Leader's Call. And we also got protection for the voice. Gotta love it. Got to love it. Let me just make sure we, leave one wide open. Okay. Perfect. Oh, this is just insanity. This is absolute insanity. How are you supposed to compete with this? It better be a board wipe. A single target is not going to do it. Okay, authority. They already come in tapped, so it doesn't really matter. What does this do? Exile all artifacts and creatures with mana value 2 or less. It doesn't target. It hits all. Which, you know, unfortunate. Quite unfortunate. But we do have cake. Do I smell cake? Keep on hitting them. Another cake. Sure. Has to be another. No, it can't be that. That's what it can't be. That's what it for sure cannot be, right? Yeah, you can take one of those. But now I think we have game. I do think that we do have game. Another War Leaders, I'll keep it up top. Do the thing. Do the thing. And that's gonna be game. We're gonna do the thing. Oh, this deck is too much. This deck is way too much. This right here is ridiculous. Not only are we winning games ridiculously, but we're doing so extremely quick. Like, this thing has already got 3 wins in a row and well on its way to claiming that title of King of the Week, man. Again. All right, well, let's get on to game number 4 and see what we got. Yeah, man, it appears that It appears I might have made one, man. You know, I could almost shed a tear. Just so proud. Just so proud. We're going first again, and we got pretty much the engine, man. Yeah, gonna go ahead and keep it. And our opponent already has to mulligan. It's not good for them. But you know, the Chocobo, because I have a third land, I think I'm gonna wait. I think I'm gonna kill that Chocobo. Kill the one that can attack now? Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Gotta get red. We gotta set ourselves up to at least have the potential to double spell next turn. If we draw another 2-mana spell. Bristly Bill. This is a deck that can scale a little bit quicker than we can. And we just might pay for that. We just might pay for that. For scaling a bit too slow? Or I could just destroy all tapped creatures. That is a thing that I could do. I think that's a thing that I will do. Still gonna hold. Bristly, can Bristly grow itself? On target creature, yeah, it can. And of course, they have the freaking Hydra. And just 3 fetch lands? Just 3 fetch lands. Alright, you know what? You do you. You do you, man. A get lost here would just be the bee's knees. But we're not gonna get it. And because we didn't get it, that's probably just game, right? I don't see it not being game. Yeah, nothing we really do here is gonna much matter, if I'm being honest. Getting stuck on lands while our opponent had every fetch land they needed to make this deck pop off was absolutely lovely. Lovely. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? Curved out perfectly. All the lands that they needed. Well, you know what they say, guys. You can't win them all, and we're not going to. Not with this deck. I'm just gonna let it go through. You're gonna rub it in. Yeah, they're gonna rub it in. I'm gonna rub it in a little bit. You deserve it. We just moved a little bit too slow in that one. It seemed like a slow hand from the start, but if I'd have known we were going up against this, I probably would have mulliganed. But outside of that, we're gonna go ahead and take a look at this spreadsheet and see how this thing stacked up in the Black Magic Gauntlet for the week. So I'll see you guys there. All right, so checking out the standings for the week. As you guys saw in the video, Boros Tokens, man, has been an absolute powerhouse ever since it stepped up to the gauntlet. This thing has done nothing but improve, even though it did go 4-0 the first week. But I just feel like the deck, the concept of the deck has improved. It's got the highest win rate of any deck that we've played here thus far on the channel. And it's just been absolutely beautiful to see because, like I said, this is a deck that I had absolutely no help with. I built this one completely from scratch because I just wanted to see if the War Leader's Call could be viable in Standard, and so far it looks like it might be able to if you build it correctly. But taking a look, it had 3 wins. It did have 1 loss. It did get the bonus point because it won 3 games in a row, and it had a 0.75 win rate for a total of 6 points. And ladies and gentlemen, we have the very first tie in the history of the gauntlet. So I actually do have a plan for this. As you can see here at the top, our tiebreaker section, typically it goes highest total points and then highest win rate, but because both of these decks have the same amount of points and the same win rate, what we're gonna have to do is crown the winner on Sunday on the Twitch stream. So we're gonna be playing both of these decks back and forth with each other. The first deck to lose is the other deck is going to be crowned the king of the week. So this is going to be a very high stakes situation to see which one of these decks is going to be crowned. My money personally is on Boros Tokens, but we'll just have to see. So let's go ahead and rank these things. We've got Boros Tokens and Gruul Bloomy for now in first place. In third place, and the last deck that is safe for the week, we have Teamer Storm, which I also really did like this deck too. This deck was a lot of fun. I hope it sticks around for a while. And in fourth place and eliminated, we have Rakdos Reanimator, which is unfortunate because I really thought that this deck had a lot of potential. I still do, and I still would like to bring it back to the channel maybe at some point. And then in fifth place, my beautiful, lovely Maximum Aggression. This was just not the week for Mono Black Revenants. It caught an unlucky streak, and sometimes that's going to happen. That's the beauty and the madness of the Black Magic Gauntlet, that anything can happen at any given time. So if you guys stayed this long into the video, I'd really appreciate it if I could get a like and a subscription from you. It really does help out the health of the channel and helps to push this content out to other people who might enjoy it like yourself. If you have any suggestions for the channel or any decks or cards you might want to see me play, go ahead and let me know down below in the comment section. But outside of that, I will see you guys Sunday on the stream, or if you're here for the YouTube content, I will see you Monday with a brand new video. Thank you guys so much for joining me this week on Black's Magic Arena, and I will see you guys next week. Peace.